Hey everybody, it's Julie. Welcome to Hello Monday. Today I'm going to be making a really fun holiday card. I'm using Savvy Stamp's latest holiday release. It is so cute. It just got into the shop and I just love what they do. And you're going to find that the best images are going to be solid or silhouette style images for this. So the first thing I'm going to do is take a piece of black cardstock and prep it with an anti-static pouch. And then I'm going to ink up these really fun trees with Versamark ink and stamp that onto the black. And I'm going to put white embossing powder over the top. And I'm using Hero Art's white embossing powder. And I'm also going to take a piece of vellum cardstock. This is a heavier weight of vellum, and I really like working with it on my cards. I'm going to go ahead and prep that with the anti-static pouch, and then I will take the deer and ink up with Versamark and go ahead and stamp him into place onto that same piece. Now I've stamped him down towards the bottom and lower left, and the trees were more towards the upper right. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put white embossing powder, preheat my heat gun for a minute, so that way I can reduce the amount of warping that might occur on these two pieces. But as you can see, they're the same size, and you can see the position of the trees and the deer, and this is going to help create this really fun scene. Now I'm going to cut a freehand snowdrift. I know that sounds kind of scary to some of you, but it's really not that hard. Just follow the bottoms of the trees. So that's all I'm doing, is following the tree line along the bottom so that my trees don't look like they're floating in midair. And then when you layer the pieces together, you can see how the deer is positioned in relationship to those trees. And I'm going to just mark a little hole there with my pencil. And then I'm going to use my Crop-A-Dile. This is a really great tool. It has hole punches. There's a 1/8 inch, and that's the setter portion. And then it has a larger hole. But this part right here is not actually a hole punch, this part that I'm holding on to right now and showing you. It's actually what sets the eyelet. And then I'm going to use the big hole in the side of the tool, that's the largest hole, and go ahead and punch through and both layers. And then I'm going to take that really big, it's a We Are American, or maybe it's American Crafts. Yeah, it's American Crafts. It's a really large eyelet, like a 3/16 inch size. So it's bigger than the 1/8 inch we usually use. And I just put it over the top of that protruding part there, and then put the paper over the top where the hole was, and then when you squeeze the handle, it sets the eyelet nice and quietly. So I like my hammer and my old-fashioned eyelet setter, but that's great when you want to keep things quiet if you're stamping in the middle of the night. So now I'm going to mark a hole in the card front. This is the white grain, wood grain embossed cardstock. I love it. It's a beautiful heavyweight, but I love that it adds automatic texture to this card because it's just built right into the paper. And I'm just going to tie some twine here. This is going to attach the tag panel there to the front of the card. And I just use my tweezers to clamp that down in the middle because sometimes my twine just will not stay tight and I don't have anybody here to put their pinky finger down there for me. So I'm going to take a great sentiment. This is Jingle All the Way, also by Savvy, and ink that up with some really pretty red pigment ink. This is Cherry by Avery L. And just go ahead and stamp that into my card. And sometimes you just don't have room on the front of your card for a greeting, so why not just stick it on the inside? And then I'm just going to finish off this card with a little red pom-pom, and I'm using some glossy accents there on his nose. And I just need to hold that in place for a few seconds there until it sets up, and then he's glued on there all nice. But isn't that cute? You can see the effect of the snowdrift layer behind, and it's such a great non-bulky and yet still 3D method. Thanks for watching.